Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
When I met Srila Gurudev after my initiation, and every time we met, I used to offer many translated books in Tamil. Gurudev actually loved to have books being translated and then distributed to everyone. And that time, Malaysia and Singapore were the primary targets for us. And we were distributing thousands and thousands of books there. And then once I was walking with Gurudev during a morning walk in Florida. And he asked me that I must go to Vrindavan. So until then, I never had been there in Vrindavan. And you won't believe how these words from Mahabhagavat actually come to true. And the very next Vrindavan Parikrama, I was there with Gurudev. Then after that, I think I was there probably 3 times or something until Gurudev was in this planet. But then after Gurudev left the body, we have been continuing to go to Vrindavan. And slowly our Sangha was also building, and it is building. And eventually, we were so fortunate to really go to Vrindavan very often. And every time we used to go to Vrindavan, I used to be lost in Vrindavan. I never wanted to come back. Even now, my attitude is now very different. I don't want I'm just talking about, I don't want any more Sangha or something. What is that? No, I want to go back to Vrindavan. Without telling anyone, go there as a beggar and lost in the jungle of the holy Vrindavan. And that's what I wanted to do. And still, I haven't really changed my mind. But again, every time I used to go to Vrindavan, as I used to say, every one of the places that we go is all unique. But normally, I don't really go to these big temples. Krishna is not there. He says, he's a Vanachari. He lives in the forests. So that is why when I really went to these Ter Kadamba and also Uttavakyari, Yavat. So these were the places they got attracted, and Varshana. So then slowly so many things were actually started coming through. Vrindavan Ashtakam came, and so many bhajans came, and Kuku Udadi that came for the Ter Kadamba. And in fact, this time when we were in Ter Kadamba, we sang the same thing, Kuku Udadi there. So now after that, the Vrindavan Mahimamrita, it was written by Srila Prabodhananda Saraswati, who is the uncle of Gopalabhatta Goswami, who is none other than the Tungavidya, the Gopi, one of the Ashtasakis of Srimati Radharani. So my life is now getting changed, but anyway, let it go as much it can go. But now, I want to share with you today just a few glimpses of memories from our trip. We have so many things that actually happened. In fact, what happened to us when we booked the tickets for about so many months before. Then before we started, for about 9 or 10 days, probably maybe near to 2 weeks, complete raining heavily, nobody could go out in Vrindavan. So I really told everybody, we are going with 28 devotees, totally 28 devotees. I was telling you, just pray. That is it. That's the only thing that we can do. We cannot do anything else. Then somebody even from our group said, no, this is going to be this trip is not going to make it. They're all going to be all clays and muds and everything. What are you going to do? But you won't believe. As soon as we stepped in the train, that rain stopped. There in Vrindavan. And when we reached there, it was so shining. And throughout our, whatever the 9 days or something, 8 or 9 days trips there, it was completely so sunny, very nice weather. We could see all the places almost. Even though I really had a desire of showing these devotees so many places that Gurudev has actually showed to me. I even left 26 places we could not see. But I want to really push to the limit. So now with that, and then after that we all done. Parikrama was done. And we did the Yamuna ride, starting with that, and so many things we did. And on that day, last day, we could even see Yamuna was flooding like crazy. All the boats were really taken out and completely. And then the very same the morning, next day morning, we left the Vrindavan. See, after that, the rain again resumed. So I don't know what to say. This is all in two people's hand. One is Gurudev, and other one is of course the Lord. So they really work together, and by their grace, so many things happened, unbelievable. Something I can share and something I cannot share. So with that, today I want to touch just about Varshana, which is basically the place of Radharani's. So the famous Radharani's temple is there, and everybody knows that. And last Saturday, I was actually talking about just briefly about Gokul and also Raval. Gokul is the place where Krishna really appeared, and Raval is the place where Radharani appeared. Then later they all moved to like Radharani's. They all moved to Varshana, and the Krishna and all those, they really moved to Nandagaon. And also I really mentioned about the Sringaravata, just a unique incident that happened to me, and because I happened to meet the very the descendant of Lord Nityananda Prabhu, and that is, he was so merciful, and he even touched with his Nityananda's, the Prabhu's original danda on the head, and we were so wonderfully. I don't know whether that kind of these things will happen or not. But anyway, today I really want to try say something about Varshana. Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Giri Varadari Jaya Giri Varadari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Giri Varadari Jaya Giri Varadari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjan Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjan Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo 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 Hare Hare. So, in fact, when we went to Varshana, I think it was the 4th day or something. I don't remember. When we went there, the very first thing that we saw in Varshana was this Pili Pokora. So what is this Pili Pokora? You might have heard that in the Brahma Samhita class that was being given by Madan Mohini. And there is one sloka that comes Premanjana Surita. That means one who has the eyes anointed by the prema for Krishna, he is able to see differently. He is not seeing this world. Okay, so there she was saying nicely, those who have the Premanjana Surita will be able to see something, all the spiritual dimension. So why I am saying is, this pond called Pili Pokora, the Pili means yellow, Pokora means not Pakora. Pokora means the lake, pond. This pond has a color of yellow, not green as you have just seen in the picture. So the green color is only external because of all this, whatever the thing that grows on that, algae or something that grows on, that's what we see. But People who really don't go with the sadhu to see Vrindavan, they will see only these all the peaks and these and everything. That's all they will see. They will not see Vrindavan. It's not possible. So the color of this is why this color of this lake was yellow. Is yellow even now. And that was the story I was telling everyone. So sitting near the divine place, I was narrating the story about this lake and how it all became the color of yellow. So what is the story? What is the story? So the story is, once when Krishna was small and Radharani was also small, and Radharani had to once had the opportunity to really come and then visit Nanda Baba's palace. So there Yashoda was really so fond of Radharani, of course, and by seeing her she got so affectionate, and even more than the affection of that she used to have for Krishna. And she was so she kissed her the head and everything, and then she brought, and then very nice. And then she all these women who have all kinds of you will never see the depth of their heart, because the poetry says that even one can see find the depth of the deepest ocean, but one can never see the deepness of a woman. So Yashoda was singing so many things. What was the thing she was singing? She was singing that, oh, I will be so happy if this little beautiful girl becomes my what? So Krishna's consort. Okay, so marry to Krishna. So with that the thought, she was singing, oh, I have to also see how good she is in churning yogurt and everything, and just I wanted to really see how she's doing. So she actually called, oh Lali, please come. I want you to really to churn the yogurt, and I want to see how you really make butter out of it. And please take a bowl, and then bowl of yogurt, and then start churning, and then I want to see, oh Lali. So she was so good. And then, all right, and Krishna was also nearby. He was also watching. Wow, this is going on, and so then Radharani was so glad. She was just going and then taking one of the pot there, and then with then also with the what is it called, the mattu, we call mattu, the churning the rod and everything. So all right, she was taking and then putting, there was a small stand, and there she kept everything, and then she was actually putting, and then meanwhile Krishna was also telling Yashoda saying, I also want to do something, and Yashoda was not seeing, and Radharani is already working on making the thing, and then Krishna saying, I also want to show something, and then he just went outside, and he actually went, because what happens is the place from inside, through the window, it's an open window, and through the window they can see all the cows and all the goshala, everything there through the window also. So everybody can actually see. So Krishna was actually going there, and to show that how good he is in milking the cows. All right, Radharani is going to be doing churning the yogurt, and the Krishna wanted to show how good he can actually take milk from the cow. So he was going there, and Yashoda was actually watching. And so after some time then some sound was coming, ta 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 was coming there, and then she was just looking at Radharani. Radharani, she was okay. All right, she went near Radharani, and then what she saw? She saw was Radharani was really, churning yes, that is true. But the thing was, there was no yogurt, and the churning rod was put upside down. And it was making sound, it was actually making wonderful sound here and there. And Yashoda could not control the laughing. It was making sound. And this is how you are going to be really, like churning yogurt for us. And then meanwhile, there Krishna was doing something that they both were looking at. And Krishna was really what? He was actually taking milk out of the cow, believed to be. But it happened to be what? It was not a cow. It was a bull. So he was trying to make, bring milk out of the bull. And then here Radharani is trying to make what? Yogurt, everything. No, nothing. And just the churning rod also turned upside down. And then Yashoda said, wow, I think they are very good couple. Very good. My son is actually trying to milk from a from a bull, and Radharani is trying to really make this thing with upside down everything. Wonderful. I think they are really very good couple. And then, oh Radhe, come here. So she actually called Radhe, and then she said he actually brought some turmeric, because those days, when somebody really proposes a marriage between boy and girl, they actually, the mother of the boy used to apply what? Turmeric on the palm of the coming girl. Okay, so he applied, and Radharani was so happy though, and then she did not know what was happening, and slowly she come to understand, oh, I think there is something that they are actually trying to work out from me, and this boy Krishna. But that time when she was brought in, the Vrishabhani Maharaj and Krishna Devi were not there. Only the gopis were there. Gopis, he really came along with the gopis. So now Radharani had to really be taken back to Vrishabhani Maharaj and Krishna Devi in Varshana. That time itself Varshana. So all right, so she along with her Sakhis, she was all like they are walking towards Varshana. On the way, that Radharani was happy inside, but because they're all actually eternally, they were all actually connected, and here they really came to really play the leela of separation. But anyway, so she was walking, and she saw this turmeric, that yellow color on her palm. She got embarrassed. What will happen if my father and mother, they really come to know about this one? Oh, this is bad. She really wanted to hide this, and she was trying to rub, and nothing will go. And she came to this same pond, and she washed her hands in this very pond. And when she was washing, you see the picture also, washing, and this pond color became totally yellow. So I told them, if you have the spiritual eye to see this pond, you will see that as yellow. Okay, so that is about Pili Pokora. Okay, this is a wonderful place. That was the first one what we really saw. Then, of course, I am not going to talk about all the places. I don't have time. So the next place I want to talk about is Sangari Kor. Sangari Kor means narrow path. Why it is called narrow path? Because this has two mountains, and between these two mountains there is a narrow path. Okay, so one side is Brahma Parvata and the other side is Vishnu Parvata. Brahma Parvata is white in color, whitish kind of, and then the Vishnu Parvata you see on the right side is black in color. So as you know, Vishnu is black, and then Brahma is white. So this is how they are. So it is basically also, you can say one is Radharani and the other one is Krishna. You can say that way also. And now this Sangari Kor is in between these two small mountains that I told you. So this narrow passage is used by Gopas and Gopis to go from one side to another side. Why do they go? Because to carry milks and yogurt to really sell on the other side. So the Gopas used to really have a long bamboo stick on their shoulder, and on both the ends they will tie these big pots of milk they will actually carry, and also yogurts. And what the Gopis do? So the Gopis actually carry the yogurt pots on their head, and they really pass through this place. And this place had so many leelas, so many pastimes that you can't think of. And you see a tree right there, and there were big trees were there before. So what he used to do was, and he used to actually sit on the climb and sit on the tree, and then watch everybody is going, in a crossing, and then do so many things that he used to do. So these, in the same place, when gopis were once actually carrying these yogurt pots to the other side, and in fact that particular time, many times they really, take those yogurt pots and also the butter to the other side for yajnas. There are a lot of yajnas. There was one Muni who was actually very famous. He was always doing yajna. They used to supply there. So we used to cross there. And that time Krishna actually demanded toll tax. You said, yes, you are crossing this place. This place belongs to me, and you have to pay me what? Toll tax. So the toll tax in this world, it was not invented by these people. It was invented by Krishna himself long time ago. So actually on this particular story, we also staged a big wonderful drama, and we played in HSNC in North Carolina, and also when I went to Nigeria, we also acted there. Okay, so that is the toll tax pastime. Okay, that's a big one. And then also, because we had so many Tamil devotees, so whenever I had to narrate something, then Krishna Priya had to always narrate that in Tamil, and that was how many of the Tamil devotees could really understand what I was actually talking about. Okay, so then anyway, so what you really see on a picture on the left side is, finally you all know the story, right? Finally what happened? They really once planned and then caught this Krishna and the Gopas. They came in thousands and thousands, and then they caught, and they were just what? They were tying them in the trees, wire. They were actually tying by ropes on the kudumis, on the trees, and they were beating the Gopas and saying, "Will you ask for tax again anymore?" And they had to do this like this, like, "Oh, we won't do it. We won't do it." Then they caught Krishna also. You are the hero, of the whole thing. So what they did, they really took this, their yogurt pot, put it on Krishna's head, and then they really decorated Krishna as a gopi, and they even put all the kumkum, this and everything, all the extra bangles and everything, and decorated. And Lalita Devi even wanted to make more fun of that. He really took a piece of rock, and then she really threw on that the butter pot. That's what you will see in the picture. He really just hit that, and the whole Krishna's body was completely drenched in yogurt, and everybody was laughing and laughing and laughing. So that was the story, and that, of course, you have to see the full drama for the fully to understand. Okay, so now also what I could not really show to everyone, because everyone was hurry, and of course we have the time constraint was always there. I was telling stories and everything. This is a place where when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to this place, of course he visited Vrindavan, but he came to Vrindavan alone, not with anyone else. All the devotees wanted to join. He said, no. If you also join with me, then I cannot cry in Vrindavan. I cannot roll on the sands of this holy Vrindavan. No, you should not come. So he went alone. And exactly that's what he did. I showed them all the places where Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was there. His lotus feet were all there. Where he, what he did, everything that I was showing. This one I could not really show to them. Basically, when he really came here, he was really, because even though he himself is Krishna and Radharani combined, but with that the ecstasy of remembering the incident of whatever the drama that used to happen here in this Sangarikor, he was just in ecstasy. And when he went into the mood, of course, whatever he touches, it melts. You know that in Jagannath Puri, if you go there is actually also, he really saw Lord Jagannath and then touched the stone there, it melted. It's all, wherever he touched, it all melted. You can see even the impression there. So this impression was actually caused by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So how he really made that to really melt. And Krishna used to sit and hidden on the top of the trees here in the Sangarikor. And what does he do? He, when the gopis were actually walking with the yogurt pot on their heads, he used to just kick them out, and they're all used to fall down and then, broken. So like that, what happens, this is all happening again and again and again, and they really scold Krishna, then, so many things happen, but he used to do again and again and again. And in fact, so many parts were broken, you will not believe that these, because these rocks are also going in transformations. So what you see inside the rock, there are places where these parts of the red have really got lodged in, and in fact you can see that in many places there also. And you won't believe, I actually brought one holy rock from there. You see that, me? You see that now? This is from the same place. Yeah, see that? Same place. But I cannot take anything from Vrindavan without a consent of Brajavasis. So there was a Brajavasi. I really asked his permission. Yes, he said yes. He really gave to me. And in fact, another Brajavasi started. Oh, this place, Krishna used to ask tax. Anyone who really comes to the place need to pay tax. You have to pay tax. So you won't allow him to really get out of the place. So we had to give some money. We say like toll tax, because that was what the whole Leela is about. So we pay tax. Okay, and then and not only that, there are so many other devotees are also taking rocks, so many rocks, and all by the permission of Brajavasi. Without the permission of Brajavasi, you cannot take even a dust from Vrindavan. This is the rule, because Brajavasis are not ordinary. They are all linked to Goloka. Okay, now, and this is another place that in Varshana is a very special place, but hardly anyone knows this place. Hardly anyone knows. So many times back, I think that sometime back when I really went there, and we had to, we could really go to this wonderful place. You had to climb a lot. It is there, you have to stairs, and it's a house somewhere, but you have to really climb and climb and climb. I will tell you, not everybody can actually, climb. You have to have make sure that you don't have any joint problems, nothing like there at all. So we went there. The beauty is, this is a place where Lord Krishna and Radharani were standing like this. One leg of Krishna was touching the ground, and one leg of Radharani was actually touching in the ground. You just see here, just momentarily on the left side. See, one leg of Krishna is touching, and then one leg of Radharani is touching. And of course, here you have the lotus flower. But in reality, that place, this is the same place where that was touching. You can see the impression there. They put a mark there, and in fact, we are not even that. Even that particular rock has that wherever Radharani's feet touched, that is actually having a golden color, or maybe yellowish color, and the other one, that Krishna's feet is there, that is actually black color. Okay, this is amazing. Okay, and extremely very few people go to this place. Only our Gurudev actually used to take there. Okay, we can also see the picture of Gurudev. Remember the Seva Kunj painting? That also you can see there, actually. So you will see that. They have some shalagram and everything that they showed. And if you see, anyway, he's talking in Hindi. I will just play for a while. And because here, our Gurudev's heart is what? Seva Kunj. Okay, you all know the thing. In fact, right now where I am talking this, giving this Harikatha, right here there is this Seva Kunj picture here. Okay, so this is actually the heart of our Gurudev, and he is actually our. See, also you see that. See, there are two manjaris. There are 4 manjaris there, to this side, to that side, and one of them is actually our own Gurudev, Ramana Manjari. Our Gurudev is a manjari there in Goloka. So he is like Ramana Manjari, and he was explaining a lot. I was hearing, I couldn't catch a lot of Hindis, but if you want, you can actually hear.
गोपियों को महाराज में बुलाने के लिए बंसी बजा रहे थे, उस समय ये प्रकृति शांत हो गई थी और 84 कोष की जो धरती है वो गोलोक धाम में परिवर्तित हो गई और पत्थर पिघलने लग गए थे और सारी भूमि कमलों से छा गई थी। उस समय पत्थर पिघलने से ये राइट साइड कृष्ण का पैर है, ये राइट साइड राधा का वो है। तो ये जो राधा जी का चरण बना है वो गौर वर्ण का है, राधा गौर वर्ण की है, और यहाँ कृष्ण जी का जो चरण बना है ये श्याम वर्ण का है। गर्ग मुनि ने गर्ग संहिता में ऐसा लिखा है कि जो कोई भी मनुष्य महात्मा श्री कृष्ण के हस्त चिन्ह का और चरण चिन्हों का जो दर्शन कर लेगा वो श्री कृष्ण के मतलब गोलोक धाम में उसका रिजर्वेशन हो जाएगा, दर्शन कर लेगा मनुष्य जन्म में। तो ये भगवान की कृपा का दर्शन है, बिना कृपा के ये दर्शन नहीं होता। लाखों हजारों लोग आते हैं, लेकिन जिस पर राधा रानी और कृष्ण भगवान कृपा करते हैं उन्हीं को ये दर्शन मिलते हैं। हस्त चिन्ह सांखरी गली पे है, जहाँ भगवान रास्ता रोक करके डोनेशन लेते थे गोपियों से। कि गोपियों से भगवान को दान लेने की क्या जरूरत थी, वो तो नंद बाबा के 9 लाख गाय थी। लेकिन दान करने से मन पवित्र हो जाता है, धन पवित्र हो जाता है, और अपना जो भी अपराध होता है या पूर्व जन्म का जो भी अपराध होता है वो सब मतलब दान करने से समाप्त हो जाती है। कलयुग में 2 ही चीज मुख्य हैं, एक तो भगवान का नाम संकीर्तन और दूसरा अपना दान। तो ये जो आप जिस जगह पे है ये गहवर वन है, राधा जी का निकुंज वन। यहाँ कृष्ण भगवान और राधा रानी निकुंज लीला करते थे, और निकुंज लीलाओं में एक दिन राधा ने कृष्ण जी ने राधा का श्रृंगार किया, और श्रृंगार करके फिर उसका वर्णन किया। जब वर्णन किया तो कृष्ण जी ने राधा जी का वर्णन करते समय उनकी उपमा एक चंद्रमा से दी कि आपकी जो मतलब सुंदरता है वो आज इतनी सुंदर लग रही है कि करोड़ों चंद्रमाओं से भी अच्छी लग रही है। राधा ने कहा कि चंद्रमा तो कलंकित है, आपने मेरी उपमा चंद्रमा से दी, एक कलंकित वस्तु से कर दी। तो राधा जी मान कर गई, और मान करके निकुंज से जा करके और दूसरी जगह पे बैठ गई। उस जगह पे मान मंदिर है, जिसको मानगढ़ बोलते हैं। तो ये जो पर्वत है बरसाने का, ये ब्रह्मा जी ही स्वयं पर्वत बने हुए हैं। जैसे ब्रह्मा के 4 सिर हैं, ऐसे ही इस पर्वत के भी 4 सिर हैं, और 4 सिरों पर जो भगवान राधा कृष्ण ने जो लीला की है उसके नाम।
So this will actually come to exactly like what I was actually talking about so far is this. What is this? Only those pure bhaktas who are nirmat saranam. Who is nirmat saranam? Nirmat sarana means no envy. He is the one who really is really kind to everyone. Out of his kindness only everybody will be able to get at least a foot dust of him, so that he can get Krishna prema. So only those pure bhaktas can give Krishna and Krishna prema. Otherwise you will go only to Vaikuntha. You will get Sri Parampara, this Parampara, that's it. You won't be able to really go further. So the feet, the dust, the lotus feet, the dust from the lotus feet of the pure devotee, who is Nirmat Saranam, is the medicine to really get that's the Amrita, to get Krishna, because it has a power. So only with their blessings we can even observe holy days. How many people are observing Ekadasi? They are not interested. Ekadasi, Janmashtami, how many people are interested? No. If they do not give their, if these pure devotees do not give their mercy, we have no strength. No. All the worldly affairs and things will overpower you. That is the Maya. So our Gurudev is a Mahabhagavat. Under his guidance, we could really do wonderful things there. And whatever now he says, that's what we have to do. So only his holy dust, with its power, can make us to be successful in this life. What is a successful in the life? Or to really get a good life, that is not successful in the life. To get some good, so many friends and families, that is actually utter nonsense in fact. The thing is, the real successful is Krishna Prema. And with that, we have to cry and cry and cry for Krishna and for his. Why? You have to associate with Vaishnavas. That is why Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Siddhihaya, Lava Matre, Sadhu Sangha, everything, whatever you want, it comes there. So Mother Mohini, are you ready?
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Okay, ma, all right. Okay, Hare Krishna. Okay, 1, 2, and you are on the air.